What Happened to Monday, a Netflix original movie starring Noomi Rapace, Willem Dafoe, and Glenn Close. It's about a future where population has grown way out of control, and we are down to a one-child, very strict one-child policy, in which if you have a second child, that sibling, is taken and frozen so that they can be awakened in a much better future, assuming that they are working toward a better future with less population or some sort of solution to this actual population issue. And I gotta say, this is a very interesting plot here. There's been plenty of movies around, post-apocalyptic stuff, future stuff, dystopian kind of futures, socialist or communist stuff like 1984. And this is kind of an interesting sort of twist to that kind of concept. And you have these siblings, these septuplets. So they could have gone with just like 3 or 4 kids, but no, they had to go the whole week of septuplets. And these girls are named for the days of the week. And basically, each day they are the same person. So Monday plays this person on Mondays, Tuesday plays the same person on Tuesdays. They basically are the same person out in society. I gotta say the performance of Noomi Rapace is pretty amazing in this. She plays 7 different people in this film. She plays the same person kind of, but you can see there's a slight difference in her performance every time, like for each day of the week when this person is going out and doing her job and socializing and everything like that. And of course, when they are at home, they have to hide and be in secret because if they get caught, they're pretty much screwed. So at not one point during this entire film did I think, oh, she's acting. I was thinking, man, like this character is distinctly different than this other character, and each of them has their own little bit of flair to them. So amazing job on the acting part. Most of the other performances were really good. Willem Dafoe did a good job as always, of course. And going into this movie, I was expecting more of like an intrigue, like thriller-esque, which there was plenty of that to go around, but I wasn't expecting how much action would actually be a part of it or how brutal the actual action would be. And the action in this is actually pretty visceral. From the very first actual action scene, you're like, holy crap, this is super intense. I wasn't expecting how intense this would be. Not to say that it was bad, it was pretty freaking awesome, and I thought it was really well choreographed, but didn't like go over the line to where I'm like, oh, this is like super cheesy choreography and stuff like that. It was realistic. And even aside from the action and the performances, the story kind of really lent itself together. I think the different elements of the action and performances meshed really well, and especially with that thriller vibe going on there. And there's no shortage of like twists and turns. You keep wanting to guess as to what's going to happen, and you get really invested in these siblings' story and, the struggle that they're having to deal with. They can't go out in society. They all are this one person in society. So it's hard for them to actually go out into the world because only one of them is allowed at a time or per day. So I very much enjoyed this movie. I thought it was slightly predictable with some of the things going on, but it's definitely worth your time. The performances are great, the premise is interesting, and the action is pretty badass. So if you've seen What Happened to Monday, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. Take it easy.